Hey there, thinkers. It's me, your buddy, Quizmaster Jack, here to play Buzzword on Thinking Game Trivia. It's week 41, and we got a target score this week in pop culture of 111. So we're looking to get past that. That's a high one. That's going to be tough. But let's see how I do. Question one.
This character is revealed to have been reincarnated as the pirate Tetra in a 2000.
Come on, what are you doing? They said Tetra. The easiest 20 of my life. Everybody's gonna 20. Literally everybody's gonna 20 that. Come on. Yeah, Tetra is Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda. A controversial installment because they put an interesting art style on it. They did some cel shaded cartoony. In fact, the Smash Brothers character based on Link from that is literally referred to as Toon Link. So he's not as cool and edgy as, Twilight Princess Link. By all regards, Wind Waker is a great Zelda installment. That was the GameCube era, so I never owned a GameCube, so that was not a Zelda that I played. All right, the best start possible.
The end of this film cuts between staff cleaning a museum and a man descending a staircase after
Let's rack them up. Rack up these highlights. Yeah, Zone of Interest. Didn't play Wind Waker, didn't see Zone of Interest. But I do know that the ending is house that the family lives in Zone of Interest essentially becomes a museum because it's next to the concentration camp. And so they end the movie by, I think the main character vomits, and then it's cuts to a cleaning staff cleaning up the area, but not the vomit because it's many years later. All right, not one off the best start possible. Let's see if we can keep this energy going.
A 2019 podcast created by Jad Abumrad is titled for this singer's America. A cover of a song originally recorded by this singer that adds such lines as "I'm warning you" and "Don't take the chance" appears on Cowboy Carter. In 2024, Beyonce
It's Dolly Parton. Yeah, this is Jolene. Dolly Parton's America. Seems like, yeah, okay. Dolly Parton, cool lady. She does a lot of good stuff out there. I forget if it was this year or last year where they tried to put her in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she was like, "No, what? I don't sing rock and roll music. Why are you putting me in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?" I said 111 was hard to get to, but here we are.
In this series, a torturer is told not to eat durian during an interrogation at a cinema showing Death Wish. The captain immigrates to the U.S. in this Park Chan-wook show that stars Robert Downey Jr. For 10 points,
what is it?
2024 HBO series about a Viet Cong spy is based on a Viet Thanh Nguyen novel.
What is it actually called? It's just called The Communists? The Sympathizer. Yeah. I've seen ads for that, but I did not haven't watched it and didn't quite remember the name of it. Hot Streak is cooling down.
A Malaysian variant of this game, sometimes called Dom, uses a 12x12 board. Marion Tinsley never lost a world championship match in this game that uses only the dark squares on a chessboard. For 10 points, in what board game can pieces become king?
Yeah, I should have had that on dark squares of a chessboard. Marion Kingsley, the best checkers player of all time. I think it's a solved game. So I think you can always take moves that will lead to you winning if you're the starting player. So that's probably why they never lost.
Timothy Carhart plays Harlan Puckett in this film that had 2 nominees for the Best Actress Oscar. In this film, the protagonists are robbed by JD, a drifter played by Brad Pitt. For 10 points.
Oh, it's Brad Pitt was in Thelma and Louise, and it had 2 nominees for Best Actress. Checks out.
This album opens with the words "lashing out of the action, returning the reaction" in the song Battery. Cliff Burton died while touring for this album, whose follow-up was And Justice for All. For 10 points, what 1986 Metallica album's title track states, I'm pulling your strings?
Okay. At least the giveaway on that one was achievable for Master of Puppets and Metallica. I mean, And Justice for All is the most famous Metallica album. Maybe, I mean, Black Album's up there, so this is like Master of Puppets would be the second or third most famous album. Got both of the music questions, dropped a TV, which will happen. 88 points is where we're at right now, going into question 8.
This city, which is in the fictional state of Calisota, was founded by the explorer Cornelius Coote. The Junior Woodchucks organization was apparently founded in this city, which is the site of a gigantic money bin. For 10 points.
It's got to be Duckburg. Yeah, money bin. That's Uncle Scrooge's money bin. The Junior Rangers, that's what Huey, Louie, and Dewey. That's their scout organization that they're a part of. Their Duck Scout organization. Oh, that Calisota was buried somewhere deep in there, but not anywhere I could access it.
In this show's finale, the protagonist sneaks off a bus to Ann Arbor in order to follow the Grateful Dead with Kim Kelly. Former mathlete Lindsay Weir rebels in this show. Judd Apatow produced, for 10 points, what 1999 cult classic...
Okay, so it's probably just Freaks and Geeks then. Yep, never watched Freaks and Geeks either. Well, I said it was hard, but here we are at 114 points going into the last question, which could be another video game question. It's possible. Starting off with 39 points off of the first 2 questions is a good way to break your target scores.
The removal of this contest's tiebreaker in 2019 caused it to end with an Elite 8 of co-winners. This contest's moderator is 1980 champion Jock Bailey. In 2024, a 90-second final round was won by 7th grader Bruhat Soma at...
Oops. Gotta be the script spelling bee. All right, 126 is a very good score. If I just remembered, the sympathizer would have been 136, which would have been very excellent. But a strong week 41 of pop culture. Now we kick it over to sports. I know for a fact I'm recording right now, so we won't have a repeat of last week's sports debacle. It's truly the butt fumble of recording buzzwords to put on YouTube. Which, if anybody's going to mess up recording buzzwords to put on YouTube, it's going to be me. All right, here we are with sports. Target score here is 91. I did the math. I won't be able to get to having a target score of 3 digits because there's more weeks to improve than there are weeks left. So we'll be in the 90s from here on out. Question 1.
A pitcher with this surname, who threw a bucket of ice water on Mitch Albom, won AL MVP for the Tigers in 1984. A mustachioed hitter with this surname was Gary Carter's team co-captain and won 11 straight Gold Gloves. For 10 points, what surname was shared by the Tigers' Willie and the Mets' Keith?
Oh, it's Hernandez. It's the second spitter in that episode of Seinfeld, Keith Hernandez. Do people know Keith Hernandez for other things? That's what I know him from.
By passing Sergio Perez in Las Vegas, this man won 2023's Overtake of the Year. This man, who in 2024 matched an achievement only previously accomplished by Louis Chiron, will be Lewis Hamilton's 2025 Ferrari teammate.
Okay, I won't guess.
For 10 points, what winner of F1's 2024 Monaco Grand Prix is himself Monegasque?
I don't know any Monegasque. I don't know any Monegasque F1 drivers, and they said Lewis Hamilton, so... Leclerc I've heard of. Okay. In the weeds on any F1 question. So you just got to throw out something because if they said Lewis Hamilton, so I can't. Got nothing else for you.
A fire version of this object equipped with reflectors was used at a 1994 All-Star game in Fort Wayne. In the mid-1990s, the Fox Tracks system
Yeah, it's a hockey puck. It's what, when Fox bought the rights to cover NHL based solely on, they had this technology that would make it easy to see the puck on TV. And I don't know how long that lasted. I don't think it lasted very long. Because it turns out you can intuit where the puck is pretty well from where everybody, all of the players are skating towards, or the movements of the players betray the location of the puck. So once you realize that, you don't really need a giant red orb on your TV screen.
In 2024, this man broke his school's career rebound record held by Joe Barry Carroll. Despite his game-high 37 points and 10 rebounds, his team lost to UConn in the 2024 NCAA title game. The Grizzlies drafted, for 10 points, what two-time National Player of the Year, a 7'4" center out of Purdue.
Oh, wait, it's like Yuri? Edie. I had half of it right in terms of letters of last names.
A 2024 ESPN Mother's Day story profiled this former athlete's son, Chancellor Lee, who was born with cerebral palsy. In 2018, this man was paroled for his conviction of a 1999 crime against Sherika Adams. For 10 points, in 1999, what then Panthers receiver conspired to murder his pregnant girlfriend?
Oh. Don't remember this. I mean, it's not Steve Smith, but nope. Ray Caruth? Nope. Don't know that person. Seems like with good reason.
In 1969, this sport and motorcycle racing were both implicated in the Black Mist betting scandal. Professional teams contest the Climax series in this sport, which is played in both the spring and summer Koshien. For 10 points,
Koshien?
What sport is played by Japan's Hiroshima Toyo Carp and Hanshin Tiger?
This is baseball. So there was just like Japanese baseball, essentially, was the basis of that question.
Prior to Stephen Curry, this man was the Warriors' career three-point leader. At All-Star Weekend 2003, he defended a title by beating Desmond Mason with a between-the-legs baseline throwdown. For 10 points, what Michigan State star who won the NBA dunk contest in 2002 and 2003 was called Jay Rich?
I can't name basketball guys. All right, Richardson makes sense. Yeah, I just unable to name basketball guys.
A zero in this decathlon event for Dan O'Brien derailed Reebok's 1992 Dan and Dave ad campaign. Incentives in a Nike deal led to the world record in this event being broken 35 times by Sergey.
I think it's pole vaults. Yeah. So the way the Nike incentives worked is that you got a bonus every time you broke the record. So the pole vaulters figured out pretty quick, like, hey, if you beat the record by like a centimeter, even though you could beat it by multiple inches, you would get a bonus from Nike. So they would just do the bare minimum, break the record, wait till the next meet, and then break it again to get the bonuses from Nike. Those pole vaulters are smart. Pole smart. Those pole vaulters are small. What can I say? I don't even have lines. I don't have this written down. I'm just trying to say it off the cuff, but still I can't say pole vaulters are smart.
This football player is the all-time leading scorer for Georgia Tech. Jake Moody held a Super Bowl record for just one quarter thanks to a subsequent 57-yard field goal by this player, who advised women to...
Yeah.
In 2023, this park and Lone Depot Park were the U.S. venues for the World Baseball Classic. This park with a retractable roof was the site of a Nate Eovaldi Game 5 win that clinched a World Series for the visiting Rangers. For 10 points.
Chase Field then? That's where the Diamondbacks play? Well, that's it for week 41. Kind of wish this was the one I forgot to record because I did not perform super well on it. But that's how it goes. We got it on film for you, the viewing audience. If you want to play questions like these yourself, you can head out over to neqt.com/buzzword. And if you like watching me play these questions, you can hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, check out other videos on the channel. It would be great if you could do that. Getting close to the end. And hopefully you'll continue to join me for that next week.